My name is Valencia Blair. I am currently a fourth grade teacher at Fern Elementary School. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in elementary education. I've been teaching 10 years in grades kindergarten, second, fourth, and fifth. My children actually inspired me to become a teacher. The reason why I say that is because we've lived in the suburbs of Indianapolis and there were not a lot of African American teachers in the school system where my children went. So it inspired me to go into elementary education for my bachelor's degree. So therefore I can inspire students to become leaders in education. And I wanted to start at the foundational skills. That's why I chose elementary. So that way I can give them the zest and the zeal for learning, because after that, if they don't have it, then they'll fall off. And I really want our students to succeed. Well, what I like to do is I try to stay young and hip, and I try to use language of the culture with the students that can identify. So for example of this is that I use the term lit. And I'm like, yo, we're lit. Fourth grade is lit. Fifth grade is lit. And they're like, whoa, why are we lit? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, lit stands for something. And what lit stands for is leaders in transition. Because in every grade level, they're transitioning up. Every grade level, they're leaders, no matter how small or how large they are. So I always use that to get them started with that. And it works well here at Fern Creek because our initiative is Leader in Me. So they're also learning skills of the 7 habits to apply for them to become leaders. I am an African American woman and I take pride in my heritage, and I want to be able to let students understand that it's more to our culture than what they see for as videos, for as rappers, for as sports and things. We have very educated people and we have changed and the movement of the world. I also take into consideration of all cultures. This is Hispanic Heritage Month. I try to speak Spanish for the students. I try to make sure that I play Spanish music. We bring in different aspects of their tradition and cultures. We explain, we even go into Afro-Cuban, so that way we have a lot of students that's in my classroom actually this year that look like me. They look African American, but they're really not. They're Hispanic culture. So we actually talk about that. We celebrate for African languages, their culture. We talk about Indian, Arabic, Nepali, all of that. What I do is I bring in and we'll either watch videos from that culture so we can understand the dialect, so they understand how we need to take our time and work with the students. But culture really moves the world because you have to be very diverse in order to be a global citizen. So, and I really promote them about getting their passport and going to see the world, and then I'll make sure I'll show it, and we do real world experiments and reports to reflect that for the students. The favorite part of the day, I mean, I like coming into my classroom, working with my students. They enjoy seeing me. I enjoy seeing them, being with them. My favorite subject in this class is that I like when we work with reading, just because I noticed that Fern Creek has high readers here. So therefore we're able to do a lot more things with reading, going into different avenues, stretching their brains, getting into some more high functioning skills like being an analyst, or, going in and taking the work and putting it from a perspective of they want to make videos and they want to do those things, and we're allowed to be able to do that. The advice that I would give someone to becoming a teacher is to be very flexible, be very open-minded, because every day is a different day, every hour is different, because you're dealing with different subgroups of students. You're dealing with students who are rich, you're dealing with students who are poor, you're dealing with students who have migrated in, you have dealing with students who've been here all their lives, you've been students that have been around the world. So you need to be very flexible in your teaching, so therefore you need to be very creative when you're doing your model, doing your lesson plans, giving students more choice, more voice, in order to help you design the curriculum along with the standards that the state gives us. I think that the backpack skills is a great way to demonstrate that and be as open as possible, but you do gonna have to work really hard. It's not an easy profession. You're gonna have to work hard. It's very high stressful, so definitely I would say make sure you have a good support system and take care of yourself. I am a very complex individual. I love learning, like I said, and I love diversity. So my first step is I want to finish up and work with my ESL students, getting my ESL background. So I'm currently working on that as we speak. Then I'm going to go back in and get my principalship. I want to go in and make sure that they can see that someone like myself, starting from the bottom, and come in and really work hard, teaching teachers how to work with students of color, teaching teachers how to work with the ESL department or the ECE department, so that way it'd be a cohesive flow in the classroom, because I keep hearing that from a teacher perspective. I don't know what to do. I don't understand. And I feel like being in that position, first of all, and then moving up, I think I would be able to help that out. I got involved with Literacy and the camps because I thought it was a very good idea. I'm a type of person that I'm always willing and eager to learn, and I'm willing to step up and try new things. And that opportunity came across the table, and my principal asked, does anybody want to do this? And I said, absolutely, I'll be glad to do it. The very first camp that we did was chess, so I was able to teach reading skills to match up with what we were focusing on with the components at the end of the day, which whether it be chess or fencing, something out there. And I think the kids really shine because I shined. And what that means is that I have a passion for it. I really enjoy what I'm doing and what I'm learning. And then the kids take on that, and then we do it together. So it's not just them doing it and I'm watching. So I get out and I participate and I work with them. I struggle as well as they struggle, and we work through it. So I really have enjoyed my time working with Lit Ann. Hopefully I'll be able to have the opportunity to continue to do this type of programming at Fern Creek, or even if I get the opportunity to become a principal and maybe at my school one day, we can have that happening and then create more.